So what we're here to do is announce the winner for our Cujo Blu-ray giveaway, Ben and Mel.
Fantastic. DeadEndDVD.
Thank you, yes, to DeadEndDVD.
Provided us with that prize.
Lovely job.
So we did the spinny wheel last time, but this time we've actually selected the winner because they had to do it as a game of skill. They had to answer a question in 25 words or less, and we select the winner. So I've got one here, and we will talk a little bit about Cujo maybe and talk about the film they mentioned. So congratulations to Stephen Godfrey, who answered the question in 25 words or less. Which Stephen King story would you like to see adapted into a remake? And their answer was The Running Man as it was intended by the novella instead of an action movie. So, because the action movie is quite... Firstly, congratulations. You've got a Blu-ray coming your way thanks to DeadEndDVD. Dead End Blu-ray, we'll say for the time being.
Dead End Drive-In DVD.
And great answer because, yes, that's the one Stephen King adaptation that is really nothing like the novella that was written.
And fair enough, because, I mean, yeah, like I get it. I get if you're a Stephen King fan, you'd be upset by that. I love it.
No, it's a great film. And he did preface, I didn't include this in the answer, but he did preface afterwards. He says, I do love the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, which is
but it would be good
movie.
to see that. I would feel the same way about Silence of the Lambs.
There's a callback to the Good Movie Monday podcast, many a time spoken. So what do you reckon? I mean, have you read the Running Man? Have you read the Running Man story? It's actually technically written by Richard Bachman. It was one of his Bachman books.
I've only actually read half of The Stand.
I think we came across this.
That's more of a
Stephen King episode.
If you've only read half of The Stand, it should be called The Kneel.
Yeah. The Sit. I've read The Sit. Because I only like the part where everyone dies.
Yeah.
And once it gets into the Randall Flagg stuff, I'm not as interested.
Look, I mean,
it's like everyone getting sick and dying.
I literally drew this winning entry not too long before we all got together to record, so I didn't get to research exactly how the book plays out, but I do remember reading it years ago and thinking to myself at the time, wow, this is vastly different. It's futuristic, but it's a whole different scenario, and the characters are different. And
I like it when they do that though, like to a degree,
Take the
because
liberty.
it doesn't ruin.
Yeah,
like sometimes if they try and follow too faithfully, they ruin it by getting like things wrong. Like I remember I didn't realize that The Dirty Dozen was based on a book.
Yeah, right.
And I found it at a secondhand bookshop, and I couldn't wait to read it. And it is fantastic, but they do not ever leave the training camp in that book.
Yeah,
like it's about that, and there's a woman who owns the land that they've set up the training camp on, and it's more about the Reisman, the Lee Marvin character's relationship with her than anything else.
Yep.
And you're like, this is like so different. But I'm so glad that I love the book. And I still love the movie. It hasn't ruined the movie.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
They didn't fuck this up.
And it's similar to like The Neverending Story is a classic example where the movie is only like a quarter of the book. So you still got so much more.
Like they do that with Stephen King all the time. Hearts in Atlantis is only like the middle story.
Yep. Yep. Do you reckon they made Hearts of Atlantis with intentions to fill it out with sequels?
But the thing that's so weird about Hearts in Atlantis is that it is like it's like almost like a family drama. Yeah, it's not in like
it's odd.
They play on the stuff with the men coming around chasing Anthony Hopkins and stuff, but it is a pretty minor part of the movie. It's really all about him helping Hope Davis and the kid, who I think is like Anton Yelchin or something.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
You know, kind of, and you know, helps them in their lives, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's such a weird.
So look, I chose this as the winning entry simply because I mean that is a legitimately great idea, like to adapt something that we're all familiar with the way it was intended.
Yeah.
You know, because there's so many films you could redo, so many stories of Stephen King's you could adapt, but I just think that's a great idea because not at all representing the book. So congratulations to Stephen. Just a short video, and let's talk about Cujo for a minute. Like that's a great movie. Are you a fan?
I haven't seen it.
I'm
the worst. I know, I'm the worst.
Oh, no, I'm the worst because I don't prep these guys before we talk.
I would have watched it otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know when this week I would have watched it, but I would have.
At least I would have read the plot outline on Wikipedia.
Well, I mean, there's a movie that's basically been remade recently. That new Idris Elba film with the fucking lions in Africa, where he's trapped in a car.
I thought that was the Ghost in the Darkness remake.
Well, take your pick. But yeah, no, Cujo. I mean, I remember watching Cujo thinking it was pretty average when I was younger, and it wasn't until I was much older that I guess the whole one setting thing of it and the suspense and the way the filmmakers built the tension appeals more to my adult self.
Yeah. I like to think of Man's Best Friend as like a Cujo prequel.
Far out, goes Man's Best Friend. I forgot all about that one.
What a ripper.
Oh, we should have given that away. Like, Joel.
Next time.
We need to do like a Rottweiler like banger prize pack.
Yeah.
Including Brian Yuzna's Rottweiler. He's had my copy of shit. All right. Well, catch us on our Lucky Dip video on Thursday, and thanks for sitting in on this one.
Thanks for having me.
You were here anyway, so
I have nowhere else to be.